What is up, everyone on the YouTubes? Boy here, coming at you with another commentary. And in today's commentary, I have a bunch of topics to discuss, but first and foremost, the gameplay you're seeing on screen right now is 106 and 12 gameplay on the map Plaza, playing some ground war domination. And I was in a party of, I think, one or two people besides myself, and right here, my aim's completely out of whack. I don't even know how I missed him, but actually, I do know why I missed him, because I got this gameplay. It was the first game of the day. I got 106 kills, and it was my most kills I ever got on this map. So considering it's the first game of the day, and I got 106 kills, I thought it was pretty good. But I did get 12 deaths, but the only reason I actually want to post it is because it was the first game of the day, and my aim was a little off whack because I hadn't played the day before either. And getting this gameplay, I felt like I was pretty much going beast mode on these guys the entire time, except for when I was dying a few times. But it was the first game of the day, so why not? And I pick up that triple feed right there, so you can see I got my aim back by then. In the gameplay, it was only like 30 seconds in, and got my aim back, but I did die 3 times already. And since I died 12 times in the game, you can see part of them came at the beginning. There's only a few throughout the game, and then at the end, I cut it out. I got like 5 deaths in a row because I was trying so hard because I got killed. I think I got killed a few off my dogs, and I'm like, I might not get the 100 plus, so I started rushing, like getting right into B-Dom, just running around like crazy, and I ended up dying a lot. So I cut that part out. Felt no need to show that because it was just me dying a bunch of times. But the two commentary topics, what I wanted to discuss today is, first off, the new PS4 got revealed. I don't know. I'll probably be posting this on the 21st. I think it's the 20th right now. Anyway, if that's not the correct dates, I'll be posting it up on Thursday. And I'm making this commentary on Wednesday night. But anyway, tonight, the PS4 got revealed at their press conference that they held. And I believe it was around 2 hours. I didn't get to catch the entire thing. After it happened, I watched clips from it and stuff over YouTube and what it's going to include. I know some of the features. They didn't make it entirely clear about what everything on the console is going to be like. Of course, because E3 still, we have to wait for E3 to see some of the features. But I think they unveiled more features in this press conference than they will at E3, just because we learned so much about it. And I'll probably put a link to a video explaining more in depth than what I'm talking about, because this commentary is not just about the PS4. Like, I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions about it, but they kind of just stuck to all the facts and stuff like that. And so I'll leave a link in the description to that. But I highly encourage you to stick around for this commentary, because there might be stuff that they didn't really go in depth around on that. So first and foremost, I want to say the new controller that's going to be with the PS4. So we saw pictures of that leaked the other week, but today we actually got to see a glimpse of it because they did have it at the press conference. And it looks kind of like the current DualShock 3 controller, but there are some few new features they added onto it that I think are really going to improve it. And there's a lot more interaction between the controller and the user. So there's a lot more interaction, although it is a controller, so there has to be interaction. But I think they did a good job of making it more, I don't know, there's more features, so it seems cooler. There's a share button they included, so you can click on that, and then it'll like pop up this menu on your PS4 that will show you all these things of like your recent game clips and stuff that you can share to your friends or put it on social media and stuff. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then also they have a new, I think it's like a blue bar, I think they were saying, and it will make it easier to identify who's playing on the console, like the players, instead of like player 1, player 2. I think it's going to say like whoever account is online. So for me, it would be like Boy, Mr. Guitar 808. I think that's what it means, but I'm not entirely too sure about that. But it's going to make it easier to identify who's playing. And then, of course, they have this new really cool thing on the controller. I think it's really going to make it a lot more interaction. This is where I get that interaction aspect from, is there's actually a touchpad in the middle where the like start and select button would be now. It covers that entire front, like right in there. And it's a touch screen. I don't know what will be on the touch screen, probably like start and select buttons. It would be the equivalent of that, like pause and start or something. But I think that's going to be really cool because they're adding a little more touch. Because, with technology advancing, I think that was a good idea that they incorporated. And it is wireless still, so that's also a nice feature. Next, I want to talk about the console itself. They unveiled the new home screen, which I think is really cool. It's not the same as the one they have now. It's going to be, I don't know, it kind of looks more like a Google phone, if you know what I'm saying. It's got like the applications, it's got like a sidebar. Then I think it had a weather thing going across, and it told you like in the upper left hand corner had a picture of like the profile person, and then it had their name, and it was kind of cool like that. I think it's better. It's going to be better than the one I have on now on PlayStation 3, but that's just of course my opinion. You guys can feel free to check that out. Maybe search on YouTube like new PS4 controller for the first part, and then new PS4 console features or something like that. But anyway, like I'll be covering most of it in this video, if not more in depth than what the people who just stayed to the facts did. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then the PS4 supposedly has better graphics than the PS3, but I say supposedly because I don't really know for sure. We have seen a few games off of it, but we wouldn't really know how it looks on PlayStation 3, so we really can't compare it until we have a good glimpse of the same game played on both the PS3 and the PS4 to see what the difference in graphics is. But I have a feeling just because it's a newer generation model of the PlayStation and things are always advancing in graphics and capabilities and features, that it will definitely have better graphics than the current PlayStation 3. And I think that's a really cool thing. And then in addition to that, there's the PS4 is supposed to be faster and less laggy. That's kind of something that should be obvious by now. I mean, PlayStation has encountered multiple lag issues, and not just on the PS4 itself, but I think that they're gonna probably try to improve the servers on games and stuff. That's more so on the developers of the multiplayer interfaces in the games, but hopefully it will be better like that. That's just speculation on my part. That's not entirely true. They haven't confirmed that there'll be less lag, but that's just something I'm inferring based off of user complaints and things like that that will influence their decisions in when they were making a new console. But with that out of the way, I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about the console. I forget what it is, but there's leaked pictures about whether it's gonna have like a I don't know, display screen in the front of the console itself, and there's like a bunch of different colors or something. I don't know. Those were just leaked photos. I don't know if those are true because we didn't actually get to see the console itself at the press conference. We only got to see the controller and some of the trailers for games on it. And my favorite game that I'm really anticipating is Watch Dogs. They unveiled like 5 or 6 games there. They had the trailers, but I really think Watch Dogs, and I watched it at E3 2012 when they first showed that it was going to come on to the PS4 and stuff. Well, I don't think they confirmed that it was on the PS4 at that point, but now we know it's on PS4 when it comes out. And Watch Dogs looks really cool. If you don't know what Watch Dogs is, it's basically like a game where you have you have access to all these different technological features. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto mixed with Need for Speed, but you're running around with a pistol and stuff. I don't know. I think it's a really cool and unique design to it, and I'm really expecting to get that game when it comes out if I can. Bring you guys maybe some walkthroughs and let's plays about that. I don't know. Maybe you guys will like that. But the main topic, well, that was the main topic of this commentary, but the other topic I wanted to discuss today was what do you guys... Oh, wait for it. Did you just see that? I was only a few off, and I died. A few off my kill streaks, and I died. I don't even know what happened there. I think I was rushing around because I knew that they were there, and I just let my controller slip out of my hand, and I fell off the edge. But, that's all right. But what I wanted to talk about in this final minute or so is what do you guys want to see from me? Like, what kind of commentaries? I can provide you with pretty good gameplays. Like, I have this other 90-1 gameplay I got on Raid with the Vector. I thought it was pretty cool because it's not a PD dubstep as usual from other people and stuff on YouTube. But what kind of commentaries do you guys want to see from me? Like tips and tricks, life stories, giving you guys some update information, kind of like this commentary, just talking about my subs. What do you guys want to see? You want to see dual commentary, shoutouts? Just tell me in the comments what do you guys want to see, and I'll make sure to bring you guys that. If you want some special tips on tricks on tips and tricks, not tips on tricks, tips and tricks on certain things in Black Ops 2 or any Call of Duty for that matter, please feel free to leave a comment, and Again, I'm Mahi Boy. Hope you enjoyed this commentary. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you did enjoy, and peace out.